Hello students, welcome to the next lecture series of basic electrical engineering. Today we are going to start the measurement of three-phase power. So how we are going to measure the three-phase power by using watt meters. Okay, for power measurement we are going to use the watt meters we are going to use for the power measurement. Okay, so how many methods are there for the measurement of power? Before going to that, so what are the watt meter components are there? In watt meter there are two coils will be there. One is current coil. Okay, one is current coil, another is voltage coil, another is the voltage coil. So this current coil will be in series. Okay, current coil will be series with the load. Current coil will be series with the load, and this voltage coil is in parallel, that is across the load terminals, So this is two coils are there present in the watt meter. So two component, that is two elements are there in the any watt meter. If you consider, there is a current coil is there and the voltage coil is there. There are methods will be there. What are the methods to measure the three-phase power? So methods to measure the three-phase power. So first method we will see it as, that is 1 watt meter method. Okay, which is not there in your syllabus. 1 watt meter method. Second one is 2 watt meter method, that is there in your syllabus. Okay, 2 watt meter. Next another is 3 watt meter method. You can use this any method for the measurement of power, but there are some conditions are there. So if you observe these two methods, this second and third, you can use for balanced loads or unbalanced loads, or unbalanced load. For both loads you can use this method. But when you see the 1 watt meter method, which will be useful for only for balanced loads, that is the conditions here. Okay, before going to that, so once again I am revising you what is the meaning of the balanced load and what is the meaning of the unbalanced load. So if you see the balanced load, what is the meaning of the balanced load? So load is balanced means in each phase having same magnitude of, okay, having same magnitude of load present. That type of load is called as the balanced load. So unbalanced load means we are not having the, so equal loads will not be there, unequal loads in all phases, that type of the loads we can call it as the unbalanced loads. Okay, this is of brief introduction how to measure the three-phase power, and you are going to measure in this you are going to measure the active power, that is real power also you can measure, and you can measure the reactive power also by using this method. And one more thing, you can find the phase angle also, So first we will take in your syllabus you are having only 2 watt meter method, which is a very popular one. So 1 watt meter method we can use only for balanced load, that's why we are not taking. So 2 watt meter method is useful for either balanced load and unbalanced load. See next, see this diagram. So this is power measurement. Okay, this is a power measurement by using 2 watt meter method. This is of 2 watt meters. So if you observe here, 2 watt meter I have connected. If you observe clearly, 2 watt meters are connected here, R phase and Y phase and B phase. Okay, W1 is the 1 watt meter which is connected between the R phase and B phase. Another watt meter W2 is connected between Y phase and B phase. That means B phase we are using it as a common. Okay, here B phase we are using it as a common point. Okay, so here as I told this, there are coils will be there. This is in series with the load. Okay, in series with the load. This is of current coil. I told this is of current coil, and here the coil which is the voltage coil or potential coil. So these are the two coils. So this voltage coil, if you observe, it is present between R and B phase, okay, which is connected across the load, and this current coil which is connected in series with the load here. Okay, that is the power measurement by using. So that is a power measurement by using 2 wattmeter connection. Okay, and I have considered, first I will show for the lagging power factor. So what is the meaning of the lagging power factor? Means if you observe here, so voltage current was lagging with respect to voltage by how much angle? That is phi here. Okay, and here also with respect to this VRN, the IR was lagging. That is the meaning of the lagging power factor. That is what I have taken. Right, if you observe here, so whenever you have like this diagram, so see the current, I will draw the current, that is IR. IR is the current is entering. In case of the star phase current and line current, they both are same. Okay, so let us see what is the current flowing through the wattmeter. We will write first current flowing through wattmeter 1. Wattmeter W1. What is the current flowing through wattmeter W1 is, I can write it as IR. That is the current flowing through wattmeter W1. Next, what is the voltage across the W1? So voltage, let us write the voltage across the wattmeter W1. What is the voltage across the wattmeter W1? We can write it as, that is equals to VRB. That is equals to VRB. VRB can be written as VRN. That is, we are already seen in the previous video. That is VNB. VNB. Or you can write it as VRN minus VBN also you can write. That is of phase voltages. Okay, that is the phase voltages. So voltage across the wattmeter you got, current flowing through the wattmeter you got. So now the phasor diagram. So what is the reading of the wattmeter, you can say? What is the reading of the wattmeter, you can say? See, reading of wattmeter, and you can observe here what is the phase angle difference between VRB. Okay, here VRB. So I will take another pen. Here VRB and IR. What is the phase angle difference between VRB and IR is, if you observe clear, totally this is 30, totally it is 30, and here I want this angle. What is that angle? You can say it as total angle between, so that is VRB and IR. We can write it as, what is this angle? That angle you can write it as 30 minus 5, 30 minus 5. That is the angle here. So next, so we can write it as, so what is that? What is that angle? That is the angle between VRB and IR. That is between line voltage and line current. Now you write, now you can write it as, so wattmeter reading we can write it as W1 is equals to line voltage and phase voltage into cos of the difference between them. That is the first equation. Okay, next you see another wattmeter. So what is the current flowing through wattmeter W2? Current flowing through wattmeter W2. So what is the current flowing through wattmeter W2? That is, you see here, see what is the current flowing through wattmeter current? That is, here I am taking it as IY. That is, current flowing through the wattmeter is IY. Next, what is the voltage? Voltage across wattmeter. Voltage across wattmeter W2. Wattmeter W2 is equals to VYB. Is it right? VYB. So that is VYB, we can write it as, it is a summation of VYN plus VNB. That is also equals to, you can write as VYN minus VBN. That is also you can write. So that is the voltage drop across the coil W2. So now what is the angle you see here? So if you see the angle between, this VYB, where it is VYB and this angle IY. What is the phase angle? This is totally 30 and here angle, total angle I want. What is this angle? Totally that will become 30 plus 5 here, 30 plus 5. So let us write the reading of the wattmeter W2. W2 we can write as VYB into IY cos 30 plus 5. That is the second equation. I think so up to here you understand. Now but if you observe here, the line current and phase current, that is IR is equals to IY is equals to IB is equals to, that is IL, you already know, that is IL is already know. And what is that? VRB is equals to VYB, that is also equals to VL. So if you want to get the total active power, okay, if you want to get the total active power, what is the active power of the circuit is, you want to add, you have to add W1 plus W2. So add, by adding that you will get it as VL IL, you can take out common, then cos 30 minus 5, that is I am adding the equations 1 and 2, cos 30 plus 5, cos 30 plus 5, cos of A minus B plus cos of A minus B plus cos of A plus B, then you will get the answer as, that is VL IL 2 times of cos 30 into cos 5, 2 times of cos 30 into cos 5. So let us see now. So what is the answer you are going to get? 2 times of VL IL. What is the cos 30 value? That is cos 30 is root 3 by 2 and cos 5. So 2 will get cancelled here. So finally you are going to get root 3 times of VL IL cos 5. This is the power you got. This is known as the real power. So if you want to get the real power, what you have to do? You have to add the 2 wattmeters reading. So this is a very important. There is an experiment is also there in your lab, is also one experiment is there. This is of important formula. So what is, if you want to take, if you want to get the total that is a real power, what you have to do? You have to take the addition of W1 plus W2. Now let us take the reactive power. So how you are going to get the reactive power of this circuit? Reactive power. So if you want to get the reactive power, just you take the readings subtraction, W1 minus W2 you have to take. So that is what you have to take. So whenever you are taking W1 minus W2, you will get the answer as, let us take W1 minus W2 VLIL, that is cos 30 minus 5 minus cos of 30 plus 5, right? So that is the we have taken. So considering that here W1 is greater than is W2, I am considered. So whenever you got this answer, finally you are going to get it as VL IL sin phi only, VL IL sin phi. So if you want to get the reactive power, you have to subtract that, you are going to get it as VL IL sin phi. Give the numbers. This is equation number 3 and this is the equation number 4. So if you want to get what is the tan phi value, so let us divide equation 4 divided by equation 3. Let us divide equation 4 divided by equation 3. What you will get? W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2, that is equals to VL IL sin phi divided by VL IL, that is root 3 VL IL cos phi. So VL IL will get cancelled and tan phi I can write it as, tan phi is equals to root 3 times of W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So what is the phi value? That is tan inverse of W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. This is the phase angle equation. If you want to get the power factor, what is the power factor? We are already defined. Power factor is the cosine angle between the voltage vector and current vector. So you have to take cos phi. That means cos of, that is tan inverse of, that is root 3. Don't forget here, root 3 multiply root 3 into W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So normally the students mistake I also done. Don't forget to multiply with this root 3, very important. Okay, so this is the power measurement when we are consider the lagging power factor. When you consider the leading power factor, so the load may be either leading or lagging. So whenever you consider the leading or lagging, so lagging I have considered now. Let us see what will happen when you consider the leading power factor also. You see, this is of leading power factor load. When you are consider the power factor is leading. So what is the meaning of the leading power factor? Means if you observe here, so VRN was lagging by current. Okay, here also you can observe VBN was lagging with respect to IB, and here VYN is also lagging with respect to IY. So that is called as the leading power factor of the load, right? So whenever you have taken like this, so what is the reading you are going to get? W1 is equals to, you are going to get it as VLIL cos of 30 plus phi. First you will get it as cos 30 plus phi. If you observe here, so this is of I am taking here. What is the total angle? Here it is, that is 30 plus phi. That is the W1 reading. So and W2 reading is what you will get. So what is the W1 reading? That is VRB and VIR. Okay, that is what we have taken in the previous also. W2 is equals to VLIL cos 30 minus phi. VLIL cos 30 minus phi. That is the W2. So let us consider W2 is greater than W1 here. So whenever you added this, what you will get? W1 plus W2 is equals to, you will get it as once again the same, root 3 times of VLIL cos phi, root 3 times of VLIL cos phi, and W1 minus W2 is equals to, so sorry, here you will get it as minus VLIL sin phi, minus VLIL sin phi you are going to get here. So tan phi, once again divide this. So give this number equation 1 and equation 2, divide equation 2 by 1, divide equation number 2 divided by equation 1. So what you will get here? So you will get it as, so first I will write here W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2 is equals to minus VLIL sin phi divided by root 3 times of VLIL cos phi, root 3 times of VLIL cos phi. VLIL will get cancelled. So what you will get? Tan phi is equals to minus root 3 into W1 minus W2 by W1 plus W2. So what is the phi? Phi you can write it as, that is tan inverse of root 3 into, that is minus root 3 into W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. This is of the phi value. Then cos phi value will become, you already know, cos of phi is equals to cos of tan inverse of minus root 3 into W1 minus W2 divided by W1 plus W2. So this is what you are going to take. So whenever you have the power factor will be like this. So this is the power measurement. So you want to get the you will get the real power and reactive power in both cases, whether it may be the load is leading or lagging. So if you see here these cases, see these cases. So this is another case here. So whenever you have the cases like this, see power factor range here, what it is given. So the power factor range. So whenever you have the power factor is 0, So what is the phi? Phi will become 90, that is the power phi is become 90, is it right? Power factor is 0 means that is cos 90 will become 0, and W1 reading is a positive value, W2 reading is of negative value. So what is the remark? We can write W1 is equals to minus W2. So whenever your power factor range is between 0 to 0.5, that is angle is 90 to 60 degrees, W1 is positive and W2 is negative. But when your exactly power factor is 0.5, the phase angle is 60 degrees, that is cos 60 is 1 by 2. One reading is positive, another reading is 0. That means we can say W1 is only present, W2 will become 0. And here the range of the power factor is 0.5 to 1. So 60 to 0, positive, and both you will get the positive. That means W1 you will get it as W2. I cannot say it is equals to, they both are positive only. And you can say it as whenever you have the power factor is 1, so phi will become 0, and W1 reading is positive and W2 reading is also a positive value, and they both are equal in this case. That is what I can say. So this is of the different cases. Sometimes they may ask in the problem, so that's why I have given this tabular column, so you can check very clearly. Okay, so this is of the, I will erase everything because you will have the clear idea. See, this tabular column is very important for us. Okay, so I think so as I completed entire syllabus, let us check the syllabus once, so whether I have completed or not. So this is of syllabus, measurement of the 3-phase power using a 2 wattmeter method. That is the last topic of your entire syllabus. So I have completed, I thought. So let us conclude this chapter. Okay, so these are the different formulas. Whatever you have learned is very important. So what is the 3-phase circuits? So star delta, I will write here, star delta comparison. You see the tabular column of star delta comparison, and you see the 3-phase power measurement, 3-phase power measurement. So this is of very important. Okay, so you are going to see the problems based on this concepts only. So star delta comparison and 3-phase power measurement. So this is the questions they are going to ask in the external exam, and you have to keep the concept of what is the meaning of the balanced load and what is the meaning of the unbalanced load. That is also very important. So what is the meaning of the balanced load and what is the meaning of the unbalanced load? This is the questions they are asking in the external exam. So and AC circuits, single phase AC circuits, single phase AC circuits. You see the previous videos, so that you will have the all formulas are also there for RL circuit, RC circuit and RLC circuit I have given, and parallel this is for series and parallel circuits also I have given one standard question. So I will solve that standard question. So these are the questions they are asked. Okay, so in the external exam, that is regarding to the problem. So whenever you see the theory questions, okay, whenever you see the theory questions, so let us take theory questions what they are asking in the external exam, theory questions of this module. So up to now they are, what are the questions they are asked, I am writing here. Okay, so I will provide the previous question paper link in the description also. You can see that link and you follow that link, you can see the previous question papers. So you practice the previous question paper problems also, right? If you see the theoretical questions, first they will give a question on either star connection and a delta connection. That is, so what is the relation between voltage and, so that is relation between voltage and current in the case of the star and delta. That is the first question they are going to ask in the 3-phase circuits. Next, coming to the first, I will complete the single phase AC circuits. Single phase AC circuits, they will ask, show that power consumed by, just I am writing, show that power consumed by purely inductor is 0. The same question is applicable for capacitor also. That is what they are going to ask, and the problems they will ask. Otherwise they will ask the derivation of RL circuit, RC circuit, RLC circuit, that is the derivations. derivations of the series RL, RC, RLC circuits. Next this is of single phase AC circuits, and problems are there. So when you come for the 3 phase, it is starting with the star delta voltage and current relations. After that they will ask the measurement of 3 phase power, that is measurement of 3 phase power by using 2 wattmeter method. That is the theory questions what they are asked up to now. So I will provide the link in the description. You can see the previous question paper for the proof of this 2 wattmeter method. So that's all for today's class. Thank you very much. So for attending this session, thank you very much.